to race 2. Another cracking start from Braden Elliott, but Michael Blair has got a good start as well, and it will be Blair that gets the inside run down into turn 1 for the first time.
Blair always gets a cracking run off the front row there. I didn't notice a whisper of smoke out of Braden Elliott's machine as he revved it up there on the start line. Hopefully that was just clearing its lungs a little bit, and maybe there was a little bit of build up there somewhere, but hopefully that wasn't a sign of any problems for that Phil Tune. Oh, Blair down! He went straight down on his wrist, I think.
It's a repeat of the first round where he did exactly the same thing as well at the same corner, if I remember correctly too, Trev.
And Herfoss fell there too, didn't he? I think earlier in the weekend.
Turn 3 has claimed some victims, and as we saw from the drone footage earlier on, there is a lot of runoff areas at the exit of Turn 3 there, where a few people have made very hasty exits from the race. Blair trying to get the bike going again, but let's hope the damage is not too bad and he can get back on track.
So Braden Elliott, our race leader from Rick Olsen, and Troy Gunther, Callum Spriggs in 4th position, Joe Precipio 5th.
Jay Precipio looking a bit loose as he made his way through there on that occasion.
Elliott very, very loose into turn 9 that time around, showed Rick Olsen a complete broadside of the G6R 600.
I was going to say, I think I saw Warwick Nowland back out there in this race as well on board bike number 22. Wasn't in the first race this morning, but former multiple world endurance champion and front runner in Australian Supersport Championship, running back in what the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, very, very long time ago. I did see Warwick's head poking around the pits earlier this weekend, but I didn't realise that he was actually getting the leathers on and coming out for a crack. So that's good to see. Rick Olsen leading Braden Elliott into turn 1 there, and Troy Gunther sticking with them this time in 3rd position. Hopefully he can stay there for the whole race distance, a 40.02 from a standing start to Ricky Olsen on that opening lap. Still maintains the lead there as they go around the back of the circuit. Braden Elliott on that Hankook Tyres G6R 600 in 2nd.
I think this is actually probably the earliest that we've seen Rick Olsen in the lead of any of the Supersport races this weekend. It's usually half race to the end, and he's made his way to the front of the field, but he's got up there early, and I think it's going to be a racing throw. I wouldn't be surprised to see if these 3 riders get away. The big question is, can Callum Spriggs and Jay Precipio go with them as well? And if they do, can Mitch Levy, who's sitting right behind them at the moment, gather up a little bit of pace and go with them as well? At the moment, he's got Cambridge Oliver and Paul Young right behind him. Then it's Kyle Buckley, Brad Swallow, the next riders through.
So we had 22 finishes in the opening race of this category this morning. It might be 1 or 2 less in this one with an expensive engine explosion in the first running of this 2nd Supersport bout. See Ricky Olsen still leading Braden Elliott there. Troy Gunther staying with them this time. Spriggsy not getting any closer.
Did you see that body language from Kyle Buckley too, a little bit further back in the field as he tried to keep the bike on track on the exit of turn 9 hairpin JT Sprocket's corner.
And Paul Young showing his teammate Kyle Buckley the way around the circuit there. Paul Young currently running in 8th position. And Jack Baker's scored a jump start penalty, Phil.
Oh, Jack Baker on board the Crazy Dogs Kawasaki. He'll be a bit crazy after that one.
Precipio looked up the inside of Callum Spriggs there, looked to challenge for 4th position as they tipped into turn 1. Quite sure what the outcome of that challenge was. Well, this we'll see when we look down a vision towards turn 2. And
I think Jack Baker still only be 16 years of age. If he's not 16, he would have only just turned 17, because remember last year, Trev, he was riding the Ninja 300 at the Queensland round. And certainly a big lump of a lad for such a young fella, but he's putting in a good performance here in only his 3rd round on the Kawasaki ZX6.
As they head down towards Barrick Leathers turn 5. There's probably a great passing position there for a number of riders. Cambridge Oliver there to fend off the advances of Paul Young, who's managed to stretch away from his young teammate Kyle Buckley. Brad Swallow rounds out the top 10.
I feel I'm not scared to run in there on the oil marks with the concrete dustware that's been cleaned up by the volunteer marshals in between the race 1 original start and this restarted bout.
So Spriggsy closing up on the back of Troy Gunther there. Hopefully those guys can keep Braden Elliott and Rick Olsen in close contest.
I don't think Callum Spriggs has lost anything. If anything, he's actually left Jay Precipio a fraction, Trev, and he's really starting to close in now on the back of Troy Gunther, the young Queenslander. Speaking of young men, as we were with Jack Baker a minute ago, Troy Gunther certainly falls into that category. A very young man in a big hurry. He was fast on Friday at the Malala Motorsport Park round, but wasn't able to continue that momentum through the rest of the weekend. So far, he's qualified on pole position for the Saturday round and also put in a good performance to qualify on pole for the Sunday round here as well. So going incredibly well. This would be his best round of the year so far. The rider on board bike number 65, the Fresh Chef, PI Technical and Wallace entry.
That's it, and just gaining experience, of course, with every lap. Ricky Olsen, the most experienced of these boys up the front there, but Callum Spriggs fairly well experienced now, you would say, and Braden Elliott also clocking up plenty of race kilometres this year. You see Ricky Olsen coming into shot there ahead of Braden Elliott. Takes a much tighter line on the Hancock.
Oh, we've got another one down. That's one of the BC Performance machines.
Youngie.
I think that's Paul Young.
It is Young. He's thrown the BC Performance ZX6R into the weeds there. It's much closer this time around for that top 5. Very little separating. It's still anyone's game at the front there.
It certainly is, and all they've got to do is have someone, well, like Mitch Levy, drag onto the back of it, and he could be well and truly the 6th player in this run to the line. We're on lap 4 of the 6-lap journey now. They'll come round to complete the 4 laps, and they'll be on their 5th lap. So there'll be 2 more laps to go at the completion of this one. But look at the presentation of that Hankook tyre Suzuki. Looks absolutely fantastic, and with those bright orange colours, certainly very easy to pick out on the circuit wherever he's running at the moment. As usual, this season he's running in a very strong 2nd position as Paul Young pushes the
forlorn-looking SA Motorcycle ZX6R. It's quite a curious colour scheme for a Suzuki, that Hankook Tyres GSX-R 600. It's more sort of resplendent of perhaps a 90s racing Yamaha.
Is it
all that orange?
Certainly very easy to pick out. And well, speaking of orange, Mitch Levy on board his orange and black Yamaha was at FR6. You see Precipio. Yeah. Precipio was so sideways into turn 2 on that occasion. He was almost having to do the Troy Herfoss and have the lock stops removed, Trev, on the R6 there. He was incredibly out of control, but managed to gather it up and maintain his position with Mitch Levy closing in behind very quickly.
Jay Precipio, the fastest man on track with a 34.76. But
it's obviously working for him.
Only 200s difference between him and Ricky Olsen. All that top 5, 6 riders, all between 34.76 and 34.91.
And 500
separated their lap times.
4 of the top 5 riders all setting their fastest lap on the last lap of the race.
So as we see Jay Precipio in shot there on the race centre. Was it FR6? Rick Olsen still holding sway up front from Braden Elliott and Troy Gunther, as Callum Spriggs looking perhaps to mount a challenge on Troy Gunther for that final spot on the rostrum. I did well to miss that bike and rider.
I think that was Kyle Buckley that got shovelled off the track. Maybe that's Michael Knight, I think, that might have gone down on bike number 52 there into... I think that was JT Sprocket's turn 9.
That was a serious spin through the tumble dryer, full cycle that was. So
that was.
He'll be shaken
that
up.
was like wringing wet clothes, want to be made very dry very quickly.
Yeah, it didn't look like much fun.
As our race leader Rick Olsen gets the last lap board now.
Sits into turn 1. Got Braden Elliott right there behind him and gets a little bit screwy the rear end of that GSX-R 600. Troy Gunther's managed to stick with them the whole race distance this time around. That's very, very encourage. Of course, they'll have another bout flag again later. I thought we might have a red flag for that incident.
That means that the race will be declared.
And Rick will win, I believe.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our coverage here of the 3rd round of the Swann Insurance Australasian Superbike Championship from Sydney Motorsport Park. Unfortunately, the race has been declared. Rick Olsen, you are declared the winner. Half points, better than no points at all, but your 2nd victory of the day. Well done.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Obviously, full points would have been nice to try and make a bit of an impact on this championship. But, you know, the boys were riding pretty good then, and I was sort of struggling for a grip through the turns then. So they might have had a go at me if we still had another lap to go. But, no, I'm happy with that. Another first is great for the Kawasaki Connection ZX6. And, yeah, thanks for everyone.
Good on you, mate. We'll let you go and recoup, and because there's still one more to go this afternoon.
Yeah, should be good. Thanks.
Good on you, Rick Olsen there.
Well, there's Rick Olsen, our race winner, but confirmation of the results, Trev. Rick Olsen takes victory, Braden Elliott 2nd, Troy Gunther 3rd, but unfortunately for Rick, only half points awarded. But I'm pretty sure that in the rules that they can drop one of the 7 rounds in the championship. Correct. The only class that can't do that is Superbike. So Rick Olsen can essentially get rid of his 1st round results where he scored no points. And you never know. He could very well be in contention for the championship. The man he's got to beat, though, is, of course, Braden Elliott, who finished in 2nd place.
Well, Braden Elliott, they're saying that maybe your 2nd name should be consistent. Second in a row. Well done.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's I think too early to talk yet. We're still only at the 3rd round of the championship, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing, maximum focus on us in each race, trying to be the best that we can. And hopefully Michael's all right from that one. He looked to go down pretty hard there, so yeah, I'm hoping he's all right.
All right, in terms of the bike, your bike, the Hankook Tyres Suzuki, is certainly looking spectacular and it's running very well.
Yeah, thank you. The team's working really great together, and thanks to my family and Jolesy, you know, everyone's putting in a lot of effort to get this thing going. So yeah, thanks to them, and it's great to have the Hankook Tyres Suzuki back up on the podium.
Well, Troy Gunther on the improve, lap after lap. You're doing well, 3rd place. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was a tough race out there. The track is a bit slick, but having a lot of fun riding and learning a lot with Rick and Braden. So yeah, just looking forward to. We'll make a couple of changes with FX-ASC rated race suspension for the next one and see what we can do.
All right, in terms of major changes, just the suspension, nothing other than that?
Oh, nothing too major. We'll just do a little tweaks here and there to see if we can get a bit more grip, but everything's looking good. I think we'll be able to fight for a win.
Okay, we hope to be able to talk to you again on the podium at the end of race 3.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.